If you struggle with IBS, you've been probably told to cut out certain foods. And while that may help initially in the beginning, as soon as you add the FODMAP foods back in, or these specific ones that I'm going to be sharing with you today, if we don't get down to this one key thing, then as soon as you add the foods back in, the gas, the bloating, the running to the bathroom, it all comes back in. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 foods that can actually trigger irritable bowel syndrome and what to do, the whole missing link to actually getting rid of it forever, and a little backstory on me before I go into it. I'm Elizabeth. I am an expert in gut health and holistic nutrition, and I've helped over 1,000 women in the last few years, restore their gut health, balance out their hormones, lose weight, period, post-menopause, and get their health back. And it's because I had my own health journey. I had 15 types of parasites, H. pylori, SIBO, mast cell activation, went postmenopausal with my hormones in my 20s. And when no one could help me, I healed myself. I even had thyroid, all of that going on. So we're going to dive right into it because I want to help you heal your gut. And we're going to start off. What is the first? We're going to go off with the very first food that can actually trigger IBS and IBD. Okay, so it is going to be so it's going to be actually dairy. And dairy isn't just milk, guys. Dairy is actually in things like cottage cheese, whey protein. And this is the deal. Dairy products contain lactose, and this is the sugar that many adults, and especially those with IBS, have trouble digesting. And this is because they produce less lactase, which is the enzyme that you need to break down the lactose in dairy products. And when undigested lactose, it reaches your colon, it ferments with the bacteria, it produces gases like the hydrogen and methane, which causes you to have the bloating, the gas, the diarrhea. So if dairy is a trigger for you, maybe try cutting it out for a month and then trying it out again and seeing if you have an issue to it. When I work with my clients, I help them actually figure out what their digestive food sensitivities, food allergies are as we're healing the gut. So we're able to expand our diet and heal that gut to add more foods back in. Because if we're having a lot of sensitivities to foods too, we may have leaky gut going on. So dairy, if it's a trigger for you, some substitutes that you can use are, I love the Harmless Harvest coconut yogurt. I do the unflavored one that has no natural flavors in it. There's no gums, there's no dairy. And always read the back of your labels, guys. If there is tons of added gums and thickeners, all of these things too can cause more gas, more bloating, and digestive issues. And if you guys are looking for a big, you're kind of like complete guide to bloating and digestive issues, I have a new YouTube coming up this Sunday for you, taking you through the exact step-by-step what causes bloating, how to get to the root cause. So make sure you are subscribed. I can't wait to share that video with you guys Sunday. Next, our next food is going to be gluten. And gluten is actually a protein, and it's found in wheat, it's in barley, it's in rye, and this can really trigger those reactions in people and even non-celiac individuals. And I've had clients too that have come to me, and for years, couldn't even leave their house because they were running to the bathroom with severe IBS. And I get them in like a week or two, having no issues, having regular bowel movement, soft serve ice cream style, complete. And, gluten's one of those things that it does tend to irritate. And even sometimes in the sourdough, a person can have those reactions depending on, do we have leaky gut going on? What do we have? Parasites, yeast, bacteria, SIBO? Do we have sensitivities to glyphosate, which is an herbicide that's actually used in conventional farming that could actually disrupt your gut bacteria and make these symptoms worse? So if you're eating a lot of gluten, that's in like bread, guys, it's in your rye, your barley, more of those processed foods out there, and you tend to be having a lot of these IBS symptoms, maybe try again eliminating it, see how you feel for a few weeks, try it out again, and see if that could actually be a possible trigger for the moment. And I'm not here, guys. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose. I was actually down to 3 foods on my gut healing journey without my whole face turning red. I had severe histamine issues. My nose would run everywhere. Chronic constipation. I had over 150 colonics. So I don't say we want to cut all of our food out because I've done that. And the more limited our diet goes, then we're really just limiting our gut diversity, which is not a good thing for our gut health. We want to expand. But if we have a lot of these food sensitivities, we have leaky gut going on, we need to get to the root cause. We need to heal the gut so we're able to expand the diet as well. You can cut the food out, but if you don't get to the root cause, which is what I do with all my clients, that's how you guys see me have these amazing success stories in a matter of 12 weeks of people with chronic histamine, mast cell, have their colons removed, chronic constipation for 15 years. It's because I went through it. And if you guys do need help, head to the description below. I would love to work with you. I have limited spots right now, but I have, I think, like 2 availabilities. So switch a little in the YouTube. I have a whole website link. You put your information there and then it spits it over to me. And then I will be in touch with you to set up a discovery call. I'm feeling tongue-tied today. Let's go back to it. My next food that actually could trigger digestive issues, more of those IBS symptoms, could be FODMAPs. And I did a whole video on this. I'm going to try to link above. And basically, high FODMAP foods can be a trigger. When you have digestive issues, you have chronic constipation, you have gastritis, you go to the doctor, they say, okay, maybe try doing a low FODMAP diet. And if you think about it, there's certain foods and they have short chain carbohydrates. And when they are poorly absorbed in our small intestine and they reach the colon, they're fermented by the bacteria. If we have an imbalance of the good and bad bacteria in the gut, things like SIBO or parasites or candida, this could lead to gas production. Water is going to pool into the intestines. I used to feel like that sloshing sound in my belly, and it would just feel like there was almost a balloon in my stomach that I wanted to pop. It can cause people to run to the bathroom, more gas. A weird little one that I got too is my stomach. When I had too much FODMAPs, when I had the SIBO, I would actually get like my stomach would feel like it would be itchy. I know it sounds crazy, but it would just get really bad smelling gas, more chronic constipation, the bloating, or even, like I said, running people to the bathroom. So as I mentioned, the low FODMAP diet is great. High FODMAP foods could be things like, if you have too much avocado going on, if we have a lot of apples, just common little things that you're eating in your day-to-day life could be high in FODMAPs. But here's the deal. Like I said, I'm going to give a little example. I had a client, even I was the same way, following a low FODMAP diet strictly. And because you're taking out the fermentable carbohydrates and she had the gut dysbiosis going on, she had less severe symptoms because the water was not being drawn into the intestines. She didn't have that severe bloating and gas and cramps and running to the bathroom. But she didn't get to the root cause. So when she would try to go off that list and add any food back in, she would just be left with crippling bloating and pain, and it ran her life. And she couldn't go anywhere, or she would be running to the bathroom, or chronic constipation would go both ways. We worked on other factors. We got to the root cause. She had SIBO going on. We had gut dysbiosis. We had chronic stress going on. So the balance, we had to get on her stress, get the lifestyle changes, start, get rid of the bad bacteria, look at the insufficiencies, heal the gut lining. She was able in 12 weeks to go from eating like 4 foods with having gas and bloating, even on those 4 foods, guys, like garlic and onions and apples. Now she is eating over 80 foods, no issues. We're continuing to expand her diet, no gas, no bloating, regular bowel movements. So it shows you that you can cut it all out, but if you don't heal, and that's a big reason why a lot of people, they come to me and they've spent thousands of dollars going to doctors with no results, is because the doctors haven't gone through it. If you're not in the book, they put you on the Miralax, the Ducalax. If you can't go to the bathroom, they put you on Linzest, and they don't get down to the root cause of why you're having the issues to become with. That's the whole thing. Got to heal the gut, guys. Next, I want to go into this one. This is a big one for a lot of my individuals, especially those with things like gastroparesis. So I work with individuals everywhere from severe acid reflux. We have gastroparesis. We have a foot of our colon removed. We have Hashimoto's. We have iron issues. We have, mold. We have breast implant illness. We have endometriosis. But here's the deal. If we're having things like we had our gallbladder out, we are not producing a lot of bile at that one time to emulsify the fats, then we go towards these fattier foods or fried foods or these keto and carnivore diets. And because we have, no gallbladder, we're not making enough the bile, then we're not emulsifying the fats. We need to emulsify the fats to absorb our fat-soluble vitamins. Those go with our hormones, with our thyroid. So the high fatty foods, we have to look at, okay, this individual, do we have our gallbladder? Do we have things like gastroparesis, which causes our body, when you have more fats, you may feel nauseous because you have a slower transit time and the fats are harder to break down than simple things like rice, the easy carbohydrates, the simple carbs. So an example is one of my clients, she actually had no gallbladder. She had chronic acid reflux and burping, to where she was actually put on acid blockers for over 10 years because she would wake up in the middle of the night vomiting aggressively. As you can see, because she was on all the acid blockers, which actually, when we have acid reflux, I'm going to do a whole video. If you want a video on how to, the whole reason why we have acid reflux, let me know and I will do one on that. So drop it in the comments. But the whole point is she is now, in just 2 weeks, she is off the acid blockers, which are no good for our gut bacteria. She actually was gaining a lot of weight. She was overweight. She was starting to get actually diabetes, blood sugar issues. We had thyroid issues going on. She couldn't lose the weight no matter what she did. She is now, in 2 weeks, guys, she is down 6 pounds. We haven't had any but one flare up of acid reflux, but no vomiting. That was our goal, to get rid of that aggressive. And she's not on any medications now. We're correcting the insufficiencies. We're healing the gut lining. And it's like, she has her life back. And it's so huge because it's, every time you go, for me, when I had all my issues, I would go to a doctor, they would address a symptom, they would run a test, a DEXA scan, a colonoscopy, and they would be like, we don't structurally see anything wrong with you. You're fine. But it's not that simple. Not that simple. I got one more for you, but before we go into it, big exciting news. As I mentioned, guys, I struggled for years with chronic digestive issues. I felt 6 months pregnant. I probably spent a whole nother degree going to doctors. I was on the floor in chronic pain. I had 15 types of parasites, H. pylori, SIBO. I had a fear of food. I didn't want to go eat dinner with my family because I would be afraid of what to eat because I would get a reaction. And I work one-on-one with clients now, and I heal them from chronic digestive issues with my 12-week Gut Restore program. And I am so passionate about it because of how so long I struggled. And I have clients coming to me and they don't even know that they have gut issues. They have, hormone imbalances. We have chronic cravings, low energy, perimenopause, weight gain, and we do not feel good. And by healing our gut, I'm helping women get their energy back, lose up to 40 pounds, eating more food, get rid of cravings, no more yeast infections, no more constipation, daily bowel movements. So if you've tried everything out there and you're ready to heal your gut once and for all, and you feel like I am your unicorn moment and there's a reason why you're on this video today, I want you to head to the description below, fill out my questionnaire. I will be in touch with you in the next 24 hours. Let's set up a discovery call. Let's see if we're the perfect fit. And if you feel like you're like, I have so many gut issues, I don't know, girl, reach out to me because I get to even the tough digestive issues because I was a tough case and I had to heal myself when no one did. And so head to the description. So I want to share with you just one kind of big tip with you guys in terms of managing IBS. And it's not sexy. It isn't, but I would say 95% of my gut clients that come to me, this is one of our big issues. If we're running constipation or if we're running to the bathroom, we have underlying stress, we have chronic anxiety going on, and we're 24/7 go, go, go. And we're in this place where we're so stressed out, we're giving us no time to even go to the bathroom in the morning. We're stressed out what to eat, what foods, if we're going to be reacting to them. And for me, I was the same way. And I put stress along and just threw it away for so many years. And I just was like, my bloating, my issues, it's fine. And even when I did get rid of all of the bad bacteria, the yeast, the parasites, the SIBO, I was still so stressed out and had other trauma and things that I needed to work on. And that's something that I address with all my clients is we look at the struggles, we look at the things in our life that are causing the stressors, whether it be work, whether it be time, and we make lifestyle changes so that the stress goes down. We're having regular bowel movements because all of these things, they can trigger so much. If you're eating when you're stressed out, your food's going to sit in your stomach. If you're go, 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 and I know you're like Elizabeth, I have a busy lifestyle, but that is every gut person that I work with is a nurse or a doctor or a busy professional, or like Amy, she's a busy mom of 5 who travels every other month. but we worked on the travel, we worked on all the things, and we healed because we got our body to a state of homeostasis. So I hope this video is helpful. If you found it helpful, make sure you are subscribed. Like I said, new video on Sunday, all on bloating. And then make sure you watch this video here. It's going to help you on your gut healing journey. And if you need help, description. I love you guys, and let's heal together.